Hey, I'll take you back to the 1993 tournament because this came up from two different people, John. But Steph's better half, Christina, her very first World Series she went to with us was 1993. And one of her strongest memories of that 93 year is seeing you running around in a yellow banana hammock, right around in a yellow Speedo. And
Hmm.
what reminded her of that was when we had we had Steve Stambaugh on the show, and he brought that up how like you were out fielding balls in that speedo. Is that have you gone out and fielded balls totally unprotected? Because that sounds painful to me.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Yes, I did. I
you
did.
paid for it, and you paid
It was
for it,
my
correct?
younger and wilder days, and yes, I did go out to the practice before the next day's games in my speedo at that time, and speedo and cleats. I did wear cleats, and
That's a sexy look.
thank you, thank
I
you.
was a competitive swimmer for 15 years from the time I was 4 until I was 19. So I spent most of my
Wow,
years under
nice.
20 in a Speedo. Never once put cleats on and left the pool, though. Never once.
Never once for some reason. Well, and of course my flag bandana. I did wear that, but yeah, those
What
three
was
things I
and
had.
what was the point? What was the motivation for?
Working on his tan, duh.
Well, I mean,
I don't
yeah,
know.
I don't know. I mean, speedos and flip flops, fine. Speedo and cleats don't kind of go together. What was the motivation? What were you trying to prove there?
That young, dumb, and full of. Anyway, I just yeah, I just did it. I don't know.
Just
I was
rolled
just
with it. Hey,
I did.
I know what let's do.
You
Did
know,
you regret it? Like
I was
physically?
kind
I
of
mean,
a
good.
I was kind of a hippie. I was kind of a hippie back then, and I was just in it to have a great time and contribute. And that one, I might have contributed a little too much on that one, but we learn by doing, right? We learn
Yeah,
by
right.
doing. I mean, several times with my white bicycle shorts that I would wear instead of white longer pants out there, Doc Bradley would tell me, John Parker, you got to get rid of those pajamas. It's a disgrace. I go, all right, Doc.
Rest in
Whatever.
peace, Doc Bradley. And
Rest in peace.
I wasn't gonna point that out specifically, but since you did, like I literally can remember a board meeting when Doc was just pounding
Oh,
on the table. Young young people can see his genitalia.
and they can't because bicycle shorts are way too tight, so they couldn't. But anyway, it's all
Yeah,
it's all good.
I remember he was very much against your bike shorts being part of a uniform. But
Yes,
rest in peace, Doc.
and
Honestly,
then and then it was so sweet. Chicago, we were playing Chicago one day, and right before the Chicago game, and I love JT Herzog, a great guy, and I was friends with all the Chicago people. Julie brought me over at that time, Julie and Chet.
yeah,
Julie
Julie
brought me
Baird.
over some interesting lingerie
Mm.
because they knew the story too, and they were having fun with me.
Oh,
So I
okay.
came over and I gave JT a lap dance with that lingerie on.
Thank you for doing that to Chicago, not the dogs.
I know, right? I If I did that to the dogs, I think I'd get beat up. So yeah, it's
I can't imagine JT's reaction to that, though.
oh, he was just it was because everybody loved it, so he was
Yeah,
letting it go. He was
cool.
letting it go.
Nah,
He's a great guy. He'll play.
JT's good peeps. You realize, this is his last year. He's hanging it up, beatball wise, after this.
Wow,
Yeah.
is this like his fifth or sixth last year, or this is his last year?
It's only the second that I'm aware of.
Okay, all right.
But
People
and
always ask me that question,
yeah, right. When he walked away from the World Series before, I think he was always still involved with the comments.